everybody. It's your pal Spaz Phoenix, the YWC Reality Check. This is your Survivor Series War Games 2025 preview, and that is Jake fucking DeMarco. What's going on, buddy?
Oh, I'm so excited. Yeah.
Yeah. And
What's going on?
Yeah.
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 Yeah. I'm so excited.
Yeah.
No, really, I am.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Oh, we're all pumped up.
Not even on the kickoff. Yeah. Can't even make it on to Raw. Yeah.
I got you covered. Don't you worry.
I'm dying 2 seconds into the fucking pod.
Let me talk to you. I'm excited for War Games. I'm very much so looking forward to this. I was one of the ones that was underwhelmed by Blood and Guts. Yes, I give them credit for killing themselves, but just barely. That was so just egregious that I'm looking forward to a much more, I don't want to say watered down affair, but less hardcore.
Well, you're looking
a little bit more
characters.
I want to see story development. I want to see, you know, a bit more theater. That's what I like in my wrestling, the sports entertainment.
If people that I cared about did what the lunatics in AEW did at Blood and Guts, we'd be set. I don't need it to be that level, but like,
I mean, they're very, very excited to defend knocking out Jamie Hayter's teeth. Just saying, you know? Yeah.
It's not good. We should say, I don't even have it up on the wiki right now, but I should say, seeing as it's Survivor Series, we should talk about the Survivor Series match that's happening on SmackDown. Team Sammy, along with, what is it, Shinsuke Nakamura, Rey Fenix, and the Motor City Machine Guns taking on the MFTs. This is just going to be fun, right?
I mean,
I haven't read the spoilers.
I have, but regardless, I honestly don't remember who won. It's bad. I honestly don't recall because I was doing it on air, just reading like the match so many times that I actually forgot. But I like the idea of them having a traditional match, you know, attached to the weekend. So it's kind of a cool idea to have all together. But I'm still not 100% behind like you are, to the point where it's almost a meme on the channel of being behind the MFTs. They're not clicking for me. So it's funny though. You have this like sudden team of faces supporting Sami Zayn, and all right, Motor City Machine Guns kind of work, but Shinsuke doesn't really fit.
I like how they got there in the sense of, at least for Shinsuke and Rey Fenix, it all branched off of the Intercontinental Open Challenge that Sammy was doing into Ilya Dragunov doing it, because now we have Tama Tonga who wants to go for Ilya along with Tommaso Ciampa, who's losing his mind. It's fine, don't worry about it.
Or the U.S. title, right? Yeah,
the U.S. Did I say IC?
I don't. I think either which way.
It's tied in here. But yeah, and then like the other side of the coin, like you gotta imagine that a faction like the MFTs is gonna look towards the tag team titles, seeing as they're also staring down the Wyatt Six quite a bit, and another team that wants to get into that mix, and that are just, I mean, at least in WWE, presented as like happy-go-lucky babyface guys, so they'll help people in need anyway. So there's that little smoothing over of the story. Motor City Machine Guns are not a bad team to have in this match. I like the team, and it's not going to last. I mean, it was situational at best, but the team of Rey Fenix and Shinsuke Nakamura isn't terrible.
No, I do like them together. It was just funny that Shinsuke is now, I can't even say his name as I'm choking over here. Shinsuke is now a face. Like, yay, all right. At least they're doing something with him. So
just shows up, and it's fine.
Exactly. He shows up, he's a face, he's a heel, you never know. He's there. I overly enjoy seeing him. I just found it weird the way they got him in here, but it's not that it doesn't make sense. It was just an odd occurrence.
And I mean, as well, like there's the whole like Rey Fenix, we're gonna put him in tag teams with everybody but Penta, never mind the AAA show, and there is the history both together and separate of Sami and Shinsuke, because remember Shinsuke's debut in NXT was against Sami Zayn. Sami Zayn went through that weird heel run where he was like Shinsuke's manager for a while, and they kind of shared the IC title. So like there's threads to pull, but I'm not saying that this is any kind of groundbreaking story. The MFTs are fun. I like them. They're a bunch of big, like they're big Samoan spooky jocks. pretty much.
I mean, it's right up your wheelhouse, that's for sure.
It is. Okay, they're still the same. They just threw some face paint on. Okay, well, cool. They threw some face paint on. Give me something to
Solo's
look
got to
at.
win. He's in the tournament. I mean, that's pretty much all they wrote. If they have him lose while
Yeah,
he's in the tournament, that's bad.
I would love to see it where the MFTs win. Solo, how can I say this? How can
Solo's
I
got to
make
be
this?
Solo. He's got to be the Iron Survivor. Like, there's no way
No,
about it.
I'm going the
Oh,
other
you're
way
going.
around
Oh, you want them to
because
clear
Solo
house?
Sokoa
5-0?
Solo Sokoa is as much as he's trying, like, the whole act is not, oh my god, it's the next bloodline. It's, oh my god, this guy thinks he's the next bloodline. Like, it's that
Yes.
sarcastic thing. Like, that's my entry point for it anyway, right? But he's playing basically like the big, like, I don't know what you want to say, like self-important nerd at the school who knows he can do whatever he wants because he's friends with the football team. So if he's the first one eliminated, and then the four remaining big fuckers kill everybody, and it is able to morph into a sort of like, what the fuck do we need this guy for? Type of thing with Solo, and Solo's the one that gets booted out, and the MFTs like go like unleashed. I hate to use a cliche, but it is what it is. It's
Yeah.
virtually, and I hate to bring up AEW in a positive comparison. It's
Uh,
virtually what the Death Riders should do to John Moxley.
yeah, they should like feast on their own. Absolutely.
I mean, I'm not going all the way in on that. I mean,
No, I
Solo's not as
mean,
bad
Liz
as
is
John
there tonight. We
Moxley,
got our
but
girl on the inside. She's going ahead and going to let us know what happens on Collision as well, because that's being taped for this
well,
weekend.
they
So
just invented another belt, and now they've started the tournament for another belt that's merged with another belt to make another new belt. So
yeah.
I'm sure people that are the most insufferable on X are filling their socks right now.
Oh, they are fed for days there.
No. You come to the WWE and you're well fed. That's the fun. Anyway,
Oh,
because
my
all the
bad.
wrestlers are hungry. Don't you know all the wrestlers are hungry?
Yeah, they're all hungry. No, AEW though. I all that aside, I'm still kind of like, yeah, I know. I don't know, but we'll see what happens. You know, I'm instead full steam ahead for War Games. I'm excited to see kind of what develops here because we only have 4 matches announced. Now, I've heard, not a spoiler, because it wasn't announced to the live crowd or anything like that. Same way they didn't announce the deadline participants with Cena to the MSG
Deadline
crowd.
participants are pretty sick. I'm not going to lie. We're going to talk about that next week.
I loved it. Can't wait to go over that. Going to be one hell of a show.
There's some politics to talk about next week.
Yeah, I'm thinking they add a match to this show. And you already said it. You named the participant.
Did I?
Yes. Ilya Dragunov's open challenge.
Open challenge. Oh, because I'm a sarcastic prick and because I'm having a bad day, you know what I kind of want to see?
Ooh.
Ilya Dragunov open challenge, answered by Chris Jericho.
Oh, could you imagine? That would be incredible. But not until the new year. I keep hearing he's locked in until the new year. There's no buyout. There's no trade in. It's just kind of Jericho can still come to Dynamite. Sure. He's welcome. We'd love to have him.
You know what he needs to do? He needs
if
to,
Jericho shows up, they got security to beat his ass.
Go into TK's office, give him a mushroom slap, and say, I quit.
You figure, but
it is what it is.
Yeah. I don't know.
Lots of people over there that I'd like to see get saved. Remember when everybody was like, oh, go to WWE and save so-and-so. Tony's going to save this person, that person. And then Athena got stuck on ROH and you know, Ruby Soho got knocked up. And then Jericho was great until he wasn't. And then.
and then. They did bring back Ty Conti. I mean, I'll give him that much.
It's fine. I don't mind Tay Conti.
That's what I'm saying. That was the one positive. I was excited for her to come back.
I'd like to see more Sammy Guevara. I'm not gonna lie.
Absolutely, her and her husband. The skits they film are fucking hilarious.
I haven't seen the recent ones, but I know they've got a lot with their youngster there.
Yeah. They pull off some zany shit.
I hate to say this just because like I'm a biased NXT guy, but like how much of a riot would like either Sammy or Sammy and Tay be on NXT? Sammy and Tay going to Ethan Page and Chelsea Green and saying, we held those belts once, we want them back, would be a lot of fun.
I always said I wish Sammy Guevara could have gone to NXT because he's got the look. He's again, I use the word often, smarmy, but it works, in lieu of jackass. Like it really is that smarmy look, that
Yeah.
greasy,
Oh, yeah.
shit-eating grin where you think you're just better than
Give
everybody.
me,
You know it.
give me
Cocky.
Leon Slater. Give me Leon Slater versus Javon Evans versus Ray Phoenix versus Sammy Guevara
I think you might explode.
in my sock. Anyways, you know what's not gonna make me
Oof.
very excited and not gonna make me explode in my sock, unlike some people. Stephanie Vacour, the poor girl, has to waste her time with Nikki Bella. What the fuck are we doing here?
Um, yeah. So, Baz, are you sitting?
Mm,
I got
am I
a
sitting?
story. I got a story to weave you.
Oh
It's
no.
about 6 months ago, and they come to Nikki Bella and they say, "We're thinking about having you come back. What do you think?" And she goes, "Oh, that would be excellent. I'd love another run. One contingent though." And they're like, "What?" And she's like, "I want to be the modern champ." And they're like, "Don't worry, we'll make it happen." There's one way they're gonna do it.
I swear to God.
They're gonna go
I swear to God.
Brie mode.
Oh.
They're gonna bring Brie Bella back as
Why?
interference to fuck over
Who asked for
Stephanie,
this?
and then we'll
Who
get
asked for this?
Stephanie plus somebody versus Nikki and Brie Bella. Now, some people are taking it a step further and thinking, oh, Stephanie Vacour needs a friend. Who does she bring back? But a returning Liv Morgan, because Liv was feuding with
Ooh.
Nikki Bella, and that will not only align Liv as a face, but this is what I've literally been hearing today as the rumblings, and I was like, oh, I like the idea of Brie costing her, when we were talking about it for predictions, but now
Okay,
it's
but
like
here's
the
the thing.
Liv involvement is interesting.
Here's where the waste comes in, man.
Mm.
Here's where the waste comes in. And I'm not saying this to you because you're just passing on what you've heard and all that.
Yes,
But
I'm
if you're
speculating.
gonna put together a kick-ass team of Liv Morgan and Stephanie Vac, first of all, let Stephanie Vacour be on her own and be a kick-ass champion. No offense to Liv Morgan. But if you're gonna put the two of them together, why don't you put them up against the current champions that are also fucking awesome and not have anybody waste their time with the fucking Bellas?
Yeah, I would love this to be a dozen other females.
Oh yeah, because here's the thing: you got Nikki there. She's gonna waste somebody's time. You've got both of them back. Now they're gonna have to waste two other stars' time.
So the reason I've heard a lot of people buzzing about Brie Bella making a return because they just had an interview the other day about her as well,
Oh, I bet they did.
and she was speaking about how she wanted to make a return and to wrestling, and it's like Nikki Bella, Sports Illustrated. Nikki Bella again teases possible Brie Bella return. Like, why is Sports
It's
Illustrated?
not just me saying it. Sports Illustrated saying
Nikki Bella, WWE return has been quite lonely without twin sister Brie, was the quote. So people are basically
okay,
like,
so
yeah,
we're
this
gonna
is.
hire people now because they're lonely. Fuck me.
I think we both had
Take
our
this.
different runs where we've been solo, but I think coming into
No,
this now
take
as a
this
mom,
bullshit. I'm
yeah.
sorry. Like we've got the other company over there that's creating 27 titles a week. They're trying to have tag titles now because they see how awesome it is in WWE. And I'm not being
But
sarcastic
listen
when I say that.
how elitist
Put
this
them in
quote
AEW.
is.
Put them
Oh,
in AEW. Her husband's there.
yeah, they'd have a blast. But she said, it's actually been quite lonely. We both had our different runs where I've been solo, or we've been solo. But I think coming into this as a mom, I feel like I have a very much different mindset. I wish she was here. I really do.
The only people that give a flying fuck about the Bella twins coming back together or being on our TVs whatsoever are the weird people that were 10 years ago wanking over their twins fetish.
Or
Like,
anybody that watched the
it's,
reality show. They
I,
had a large audience for that show at one point in time. There is
okay.
a
Sorry,
contingent
I
of
got to cut you
fans
off.
that want to see
Sorry, I got
them
to cut you off.
return.
Sorry, I got to cut you off. Right now, the biggest complaint, and I see it to a certain degree, right? People have their mixed opinions on WWE Unreal, and the accusation now is they're proactively like booking things that they can make a story about on Unreal like next season or whatever the case may be, right? So you shouldn't be booking your wrestling show for a reality TV show, right? Makes sense? We should definitely not be booking our TV show now around people that were in a what do you call it, reality TV show 10 years ago who were only considered good because their surroundings were not that great.
Yeah, I get
It's
that.
crap, man. It's crap, man. And I love the fact that people are saying like she chose her time very, very wisely, even though she's not with John Cena anymore. But like her return is like in tandem with John Cena's last year.
Yeah,
I'm like, it's all shit, man.
I
Like
know.
it's all like I don't. I don't even want to delve into it or like get into the intricacies of it or like what if it's this, what if it's that, what if they manage to do this? I just don't care. Get it the fuck off my screen. Stephanie Vacour is fucking awesome. She had a sip of coffee in AEW, said, "This is what you guys have to offer. Go fuck yourselves. I'm going to the big show. I'm going to the A show. I'm going to wrestle A people." And then the A show is bringing back the Double D show. And that's all it is.
Yeah.
All it is. I swear to God, if she wins, like, they better do it first and get it out of the way.
Yeah. I mean,
They better do it first and get it out of the way if that's what they're planning on doing.
I kind of feel like that's what the plan is going to be.
I feel like I'm being unfair to the listeners right now because I'm bringing my shitty day into this conversation.
But you're not wrong. Like I heard this, and I didn't intend to do it to rile you up, but I knew I had this in my back pocket, and I did it in such a way. Sorry, I knew you were going to explode a little bit. I had to wind you up a little bit. Yeah, I had
it's
to.
all good, man.
I knew it was a bit of a planned contingent, but here's the thing: like Nikki Bella teasing it with the takedown on SI. I gotta get you off, my friend. I just, I'll do it for you. Pause. Seeing all this about
this time because your hands were really dry last time.
Smooth as a baby. Nikki Bella making a big announcement about her WWE future. She's saying her current comeback run will definitely be her final one, regardless. But she's gonna be here for a while. She's not, And then former WWE champion teases one more run, right? On Newsweek, interviewing Brie Bella. So you can't tell me, like, all this plus people saying, and then you see a few of the usual reporters being like, oh, Brie is returning. But I see why people are saying it. It makes perfect sense with all this, being brought up.
I'll tell you something, right?
I see it happen.
I take my shots at What Culture, and more importantly, like specific people at What Culture. But one of them did the news brief, basically where they regurgitated news that they read somewhere else. I mean, we do it too, but we admit it. But they were basically talking about the fact that, oh, it's Nikki's last run, and all the comments were like, who the fuck asked for this anyway? Who the fuck asked for this anyway, right?
Yeah.
And I sort of joined in, and I'm like, oh darn, we've only got 1 year left with Nikki. I guess this is, her last time is now. I made some kind of smart ass comment.
Yeah.
And it's just like somebody came under me, and I think they were well intentioned. Don't get me wrong. I don't think this person was being a dick. I couldn't tell you who it was for the life of me, but they were basically like, come on, man. She's really trying. You can see she's excited to be there. Come on, can't you lighten up on her a little bit, right? Yeah. And I was like, let me take this for a second, right? From an objective person who I assume was trying to say something nice, right?
Yeah.
If we're in the come on, give her some slack era, she shouldn't be in the world title picture.
Yeah, you're not wrong about that. I mean,
and then somebody else came in and said, well, would you have said that about John Cena? I was like, I wouldn't say that about John Cena because Nikki Bella's not John Cena, first of all. Yeah. But if somebody else had that opinion of the John Cena run, it would be hard to argue.
You're not wrong.
Like if somebody came along and said, did John Cena really need to be the 17th time person? He could have picked up the IC title if they never did the heel thing, and he did the IC title pickup back at WrestleMania, and this entire run had been like a John Cena IC Open Challenge for the last run of his career. I think you could have done a lot with that. I mean, granted, don't do the heel turn. Even though I was there, I was in the dome, but but it's just like, if you're trying to pull at strings of like, oh, come on, she's trying, give her a chance. She's just so happy to be back. She goes through the Nikki Bella wheel of make as much money as I can in WWE. Okay, make as much money as I can outside of WWE, making fun of WWE and trashing.
Yeah, because she's been crapping on them forever. So why come back if you're so against it? No, you're right.
And I'm not sitting here doing like stand up for WWE, but if you're asking me for like why I think of somebody, why I think what I think of somebody as a person, I'm observing their behavior and I'm reacting accordingly. Doesn't matter that the topic is WWE or anything else. Like, you shit on this thing until it gave you more money. Are all of our names John? Like, what is going on here?
Yeah, like, come on.
That wasn't even a Cena joke. That was a horror joke, to be clear. Yeah, if she wins, it's gonna set a tone for the show, and that's saying a lot.
Exactly. Even Milo agrees.
I'm going with Stephanie Vacour for the sake of my own sanity.
I'm still gonna say that Nikki Bella wins the title. And you know what sucks is that this is what? How many defenses did Stephanie get so far?
I'm not even sure. I haven't kept track.
I'm trying to think off the top of my head. I think there's only been one.
Well, there was a whole lot of time there where they kept on trying to give us Rhea Ripley versus Io Sky, and then other people, shall we say, kept on getting inserted for
Yeah, they
reasons
got
that
in the
I'm sure you
way.
can assume. Yeah. They crowbarred two different people from the same SmackDown story into the awesome Rhea Io run. And at this point, I'm like,
Yeah, they
fuck
they
it, give them the
shoehorned him
tag
into
titles.
that
And
feud.
if they're not going to let them have a proper feud, give them the tag titles. Fuck it. Let's move on to something a lot more positive because this is going downhill quickly.
I know.
John
I'm
Cena,
sorry to
Dominic
deflate you
Mysterio.
there. Yeah, but
That's
hey,
okay.
here we go. I'm gonna start off because I'm gonna probably shock you, but Cena's retaining.
I don't think he is.
I think he is, and I
I
think he's
think
gonna drop it to Gunther because of one thought that I don't know if it was who said it initially, but it could have been Paul, it could have been Cody, could have
okay,
been you, but somebody mentioned it. And why would they have Cena lose before his last match?
because he's going to win his last match.
But is he?
Here's the thing. There's two problems. I mean, cut through the bullshit. We all know Gunther's winning this tournament unless they give us a hell of a swerve at this point, right?
No, Gunther's winning. Yeah,
Gunther's winning,
we've
right?
known that was happening. Foregone conclusion.
There's two things to go on here, right? We talked about this on the last pod. You're not going to convince me that Gunther wants the IC title again after he's had the world title. That doesn't work. Also, Gunther losing to John Cena doesn't hurt Gunther. Gunther's Teflon. They gave him his old music back. They gave him super sexy Gunther robe. Now he's fine. Don't worry about it.
It's just that
This is
John wants
John.
to put everybody over, one. And two, the way he's going out, I feel like Cena wants to go out not winning. It's just everything about
I
his
think it's going to be one of
character.
those. I think it's going to be one of those things though, where WWE wants to let him leave on a high note, and he's already come out and said that not everything that's gone on here has gone his way. I do like the fact that they're turning his retirement show into a WWE versus NXT showcase
Yeah,
thing, and sort of pulling back on stories for the night
he
because
got
John
something
Cena
he
is the
wanted.
story.
He's got Joe
Yeah.
Hendry having a match there, so that's exciting.
Oh, is he? Has he already been announced for a match?
He said he will be there, so
Okay, fair enough. No, but I like the fact that by making all the rest of the matches like just showcase matches, there's only one story of the night, and the story of the night should be John Cena,
yeah,
right?
it's a genius move, and
I
he
think
gets
it's
to
I
do
think
what
it's
he wanted with the future stars. He wanted to see more of the future
exactly.
talent showcase. So
But I think on the bigger stage, which is Survivor Series, which is what we're talking about this week, I think he's gonna like, even though it's gonna be probably through shenanigans, he's gonna put over Dominic Mysterio, who is like, again, we're this far into the year now, and I'm still surprised that we're saying it. Dominic Mysterio is the success story of the year.
oh yeah, he's had the
And
biggest
Dominic
year so
Mysterio
far.
going into Survivor Series in a stadium for a title in his own hometown and getting the final nod from John Cena in a storytelling perspective, that's huge. To
Absolutely.
get to go to pull back, and I'm sorry, it is a pullback to just do his last match on Saturday night's main event. To pull back to Saturday night's main event and give John Cena like a nice sort of like a hair ruffling, hey, you won your last match. I don't think that's the worst thing in the world. You
Oh,
don't hurt
I
Gunther with
don't
a
think it's the
you don't
worst thing either, but
you
I
don't hurt
just
Gunther
don't
with a
see it
loss.
happening.
You don't hurt Gunther with a loss, and you can't convince me that Gunther gives a shit about the IC title.
Yeah.
So put it back on Dominic, who's gonna roll on that momentum. He's gonna be him having those two belts, being the AAA Mega Intercontinental Champion with the two belts, is his version of Jericho. I beat Austin and The Rock in the same night.
Yeah.
If he
Oh,
can,
I don't.
if he can compound that with, and I was the one, Gunther saw him on a smaller show, the last person to beat John Cena. Because if John Cena beats Gunther, here's how it has to work out for me, and I'm sort of trying to put the pieces together as I'm talking. Um, Gunther can lose, and it's fine, and whatever. Dominic Mysterio being able to say that he was he wasn't the last person to face John Cena, but he was the last person to beat John Cena is gold.
Yes.
and the kind of character that he is and the way that he owns the mic these days, the way that he owns the mic and also is still able to put off the fact that the crowd will put him off his mic game is fantastic. Anyways, we're going to totally pretend that there's not a cut there because I'm a nice guy and I'm not going to put Jake on blast like that.
No, never.
Getting back to what we were saying a second ago, and you do all the editing anyway, so you're going to make this all sound great.
And pretty.
Now I've lost my train of thought. Yeah, Dominic Mysterio benefits from the. I figure the way the wrestling math works, there's 2 matches left for John Cena. He's going to win one. He's going to lose one. Who's going to get hurt by a loss? Who's going to benefit from the win?
Yeah.
Dominic will get more, and the Intercontinental, the amount of spotlight in the big stadium in his hometown, and he's beating John Cena. There's more value in the Dominic win than there is in the Gunther win.
You know what the shittiest part of all this is?
What's that?
I completely agree with you. 110% agree with you. With your reasoning. Your reasoning is so sound, so smart, makes sense.
So good, so fantastic.
So fantastic. Problem is, they ain't doing it. Just like I didn't want Gunther to win this tournament. They're doing it. You know what I mean? Like it's happening. And sadly, we're going to have to deal with it because that's what they're planning on.
I'm not going to lie. When they announced the tournament, before they even announced the participants, I was like, they're going to do a tournament because they want to do Cena Gunther, and they don't really have a story that can get them to Cena Gunther, and they don't have enough dates with them to make a story that makes it make sense. So they're going to make it out of a tournament. And as soon as they said there's going to be a tournament, I'm like, it's going to be Gunther.
Yep.
So I never had a chance to be disappointed by that. But
I wasn't disappointed. I was disappointed by them having Gunther be his last opponent. You know, you and I both knew right around WrestleMania when they released that news, like, oh, it's going to end with Gunther and he will go after the IC title from Dom. It's like, all right.
Am I crazy to say that I wish this match on Saturday was John Cena's last match?
No, not at all. I totally agree, because then I would want him to drop the title to Dom, and then he's doing something excellent and putting Dom over in a major, major way. I mean, that he loses his last match, loses the IC title, but Dom shows him respect on the way out and hugs him and walks out, you know, kind of thing. Leaves him in the middle of the ring to get his thank you Cena's. There's so much to that.
Or you know what? Even if he doesn't, even if like Dominic beats him and gives him a beatdown after the match, and there's a little bit of like, okay, Ray comes out to save Dom, kicks Dom out of the ring. Ray raises John Cena's hand. You get a couple of the other the 6-man tag that they had on Raw, and everybody's like, oh, it's just a 6-man tag. What the fuck? That's a waste of a date. But I'm like, yeah, but like he's in there with Ray and Sheamus, who have been like in his career in and out for a long time. So it was probably a fun time for them. I don't mind the tag match as much as I think some people did. So give a reason to like, yeah, he's gonna, like, if it was his last match, you know, Dom gets the boots to him after the match. Oh, what a shitty person. How dare you walk all over the last night. And then you get a pop for Ray booting his kid in the dick and then raising John Cena's hand, or getting a stepladder and raising John Cena's hand.
Andale. See, I'm still with you here in this regard.
I think Dominic is a John Cena opponent. Like, as I think John Cena versus Gunther is going to surprise us. Like, they're going to pull out something that we're not thinking of right now. I don't think anything bad about Gunther, but Gunther's a wrestler. John Cena is a superstar. We've had these arguments we've had these conversations for years.
No arguments as well. Yeah.
When
the whole you can't wrestle thing.
The whole but Money in the Bank 2011, him and CM Punk, it was 2 things. It was fans versus WWE.
Yes.
And it was the superstar versus the wrestler.
Yes.
Dominic Mysterio is a superstar. John Cena is a superstar. Dominic Mysterio deserves to be his last match. And he is his last pay-per-view match, technically. But I feel like this is,
So I think Dominic's going to lose because of involvement of Finn Balor in the Judgment Day. I think this is where we get the turn. I'm leaning with the story and everything of Cena not going to lose before his last match. So I'm going to say we're getting something decent out of it, which is progression. Story progression that's going to lead to the return of Liv and so on.
Even if he does lose, I was going to say, because the more direct feud that he's had just the past couple of weeks has been with his dad.
Yes.
If you're going to have him lose, I think the stupidest thing in the world would be Dominic Mysterio losing this match. Let me be perfectly blunt and clear about that. But I
Yeah.
think if you want to do this, and like Dominic Mysterio looking at this as not just a chance to get his Intercontinental Championship back, but also to get a scalp like John Cena,
Yeah.
and his dad took it away from him, then you turn that into a feud between father and son over the AAA title, and that will send AAA through the roof.
Oh, absolutely. You're so right. I hope that it turns out that way. But like I said, I'm betting on what they are booking, and I'm guessing they're going to book this
I'm ready.
this
See, the thing
way
is, I'm ready. I'm ready for Judgment Day. Like,
to be
not to
done.
not to totally implode. Like, there has to be some leftovers with
Yeah.
Dom and the group, and Liv Morgan has to get some get back at the ladies and all that sort of thing. But I'm ready for like Finn and JD to go off and just be a tag team. I'm ready for Roxanne to do her own thing. I'm ready to say, Raquel, sorry about your luck.
See you in
No,
TNA.
she's a hell of a lot better than she used to be, but, like, remember a while ago, like, before Dom reached the point where he was at now, and you used to say, like, "You know what? Everybody else in the Judgment Day would be" like, when it was still, like, Rhea and Priest and all
Yeah.
them, and you're like, "Oh, these guys could all separate, and they could all do awesome things." I'd kind of be worried about Dom now. Now Dom's the one we're not worried
No,
about.
I know. Dom's
I
the,
was gonna
the
say,
success
please
story.
keep JD and Finn as a tag team, because I think they're an awesome tag team. I would really love Finn Balor to be in the world title picture, but I don't think it's gonna happen. I don't think they see him that way.
I said
And I
JD
mean,
was the hidden gem of 2.0.
oh, oh yeah. The match. Well, look at the match that he had. You mentioned Ilya Dragunov, but look at
Yeah.
the Dragunov Open Challenge last week with him and JD.
Oh,
And everyone's like, oh,
amazing.
this just looks like something out of NXT UK. Yeah, you know what? Some of us thought NXT UK was fucking awesome. Fuck off.
Exactly. It was
COVID was a
great.
thing.
Yeah, no shit. But
Anyways,
this match, I mean, I
I
think
think that they are like grade A retarded if Dominic Mysterio doesn't
I
walk
know.
out of his hometown with that title.
How do
And
they
it's
not
not
do
and
it?
it's
But
and it
I
sounds like I'm shitting on John Cena. I'm like, John
no.
Cena Teflon.
Yeah.
Like, what are we doing?
John can
John
lose and
Cena
it's not a problem, but I just don't see I think how they're looking at it is now is John can't lose before his last match. And then he's going to lose his last match to Gunther. And that's when Gunther's going to get that goddamn belt. I hope I'm wrong. I'm just sticking with it because I'm being stubborn.
I think see, here's the other thing going down the line, and I think Gunther is the last person that we're talking about in this whole scenario. I think going back to what I said before, I don't think you can convince me that Gunther gives a shit about the IC title. Also, if they put the IC title back on Gunther, that's sort of a solidification of him away from the world title picture, which is going to piss everybody off.
Yeah. I
Like
mean,
it's a title match you don't want the guy to win,
exactly, but
but it is what it is. Anyways, let's move on to the fun stuff. Let's move on to War Games.
oh,
It's War
indeed.
Games, so Rhea Ripley's got her face mask back.
It's
Um,
War Games. That's right.
I'm
War
assuming you did a war.
Games.
I'm assuming you did a War Games thing there. I can't hear it, but that's
You
fine.
said it again.
War Games. I did War Games.
War Games.
Rhea Ripley, Io Sky, Alexa Bliss, Charlotte Flair, and AJ Lee, which is winding everybody up as usual, makes me
I
smile a whole
know.
bunch.
Because she
Versus Nia
inserted
Jax.
therapy.
How dare you talk about something that could probably help a lot of people?
Damn it.
Versus Nia Jax, Lash Legends, the Kabuki Warriors, and Becky Lynch.
Becky's a great addition to this.
It is. And you know what it is as well? I like the Becky Lynch AJ Lee feud now without the title involved.
Yes. And I like it also with Becky talking up all of her teammates just to be like a condescending bitch. You can tell she doesn't mean a word of it.
Did you see the thing going around after Monday where they're like, oh, how did Becky Lynch sneak in a Trump promo? It was like, this is Nia. She's so great. So wonderful. Not as great as me. That's what they tell me.
Like that was the
so
highlight. It was fantastic.
fucking Becky, because here's the thing. Becky doesn't care about going out there and looking like a dork.
No. Like
And
Cena, she can be the butt of the joke. Yes.
Yeah, but because she doesn't care about looking like a dork, she can go all in on whatever she's doing.
And
Like the fact that she
goes
heel,
in so hard you believe it. Yeah.
She turned heel, joined her husband's faction. Her husband's faction turned on her, so she's out of the group. She doesn't have her husband there anymore. She's back by herself again and maintained the heel like obnoxiousness. So great, so wonderful. So great, so wonderful. I can't do accents. It's fine. Don't worry
Yeah.
about it. Lash Legend being in this is awesome. I like the Lash Legend Nia Jax pairing.
I
I think it's
know.
amazing.
All right, here's the
I
thing.
think it's like Twin Towers stuff.
I like them adding Lash. I'm not a fan of Nia being in this match. Do you remember the chair shots last year? Come on.
Hopefully lessons were learned.
Oh.
I know. I get. I'm not
I mean,
debating anything. I do like the fact that Becky was like, "Hey, you know what? I beat her most of the time, but she's the only one that's ever hurt my face. I got the best cheekbones. So strong, so firm."
and
Kabuki Warriors are awesome. Kabuki Warriors are the tag team champions. I do like the fact that we haven't I mean, granted, I don't like what Stephanie Vacour is doing, but I do like the fact that we haven't brought in either of the world champions into this,
yeah.
because there's always sort of that question. I mean, it's the exact opposite in the men's match, so I'm about to be a hypocrite. But you want to think that like world champions are like, fuck, I'm gonna be a hypocrite when we talk about the next match. But
Right?
there's a thing of like Stephanie Vacour's got her own challengers to deal with. Jade Cargill is eating people right now. It's fine. Don't worry about it. The whole
She's hungry.
Yeah, like AJ Lee being added in last. I like AJ Lee. I like the fact that AJ Lee being in the company winds people up just because she's attached to CM Punk. Like the pettiness is on 10. I do like Rhea Ripley and Charlotte Flair having a little bit of like, I don't know if I can work with them, but then Charlotte sees Rhea Ripley's friend EO and they're having a hug. So she grabs her Alexa Bliss and they have a hug. It's like, I can have a friend too, you know.
Yeah.
There's some fun in this. Like
Yeah.
the other match we're going to talk about in a second is a little bit more like, let's all go in there and fucking kill each other.
Well,
There's some fun dynamics in this match.
it's almost as
Like,
fun as Fox agreeing to air AAA, you know? Ole.
Bam.
But
That's only in Mexico though, right?
in Mexico, Central America, and South America. But
Okay, but I'm
that's
saying,
how
like,
I
it does-
shoehorn that in. Doesn't affect the United States and Canada yet, but maybe soon, I guess. Broadcast rights are being discussed.
This is for the weekly
Yes.
television.
Yes. Yes.
Get it? I'm sorry, and I wouldn't have said this. And okay, all the credit in the world to AEW because I used to give them shit for this with Dark and Dark Elevation, whatever. Throw them on YouTube. Get Corey and whoever to do some like American or not American, like English overdubbing and whatever,
Yeah.
and just sort of drip feed it a little bit. Like how can I say this? Use the free YouTube viewer numbers to be like, hey, whatever service, look at how many people are watching this. You want this, don't you? Drip
Yeah.
feed it out onto YouTube like they're doing with the pay-per-views. And I'm sorry if they don't properly promote Guerra de Titan at the end of the year, because that already looks like an amazingly fun show. Promote the fuck out of that, because that's 2 days before my birthday, and there's a whole lot of matches on that card that are right up my street.
Yeah, no kidding.
Oh, I got
Right
a
up that
Psycho Clown
alley.
shirt too, by the way.
Did you? Oh, now you
Christmas
go.
shopping for now that there's finally somebody else in my family that's hooked on wrestling. That makes Christmas shopping a little bit easier, but I also got something for myself because I'm a dick.
Yeah, you got to.
It is what it is. But getting back to, I know you wanted to bring up the good news about AAA, and it is awesome. I'm waiting for it to affect me because I'm selfish like that. The match, though, there's so many fun dynamics to play with here, because the Asuka Kairi thing is fun. Asuka Kairi, Io Sky is a thing. Asuka and Rhea Ripley has to be a feud at some point. Becky Lynch being on opposite sides from Rhea Ripley and the stuff that they have. Charlotte Flair and Alexa Bliss as the we're not friends, but now we actually are friends team. People are actually cheering Charlotte Flair for once. AJ Lee, it's funny, I put AJ Lee in the same category as Lash Legend because there is a generation of wrestling fans for whom AJ Lee is a new thing.
Yes, absolutely.
And that's pretty cool. She's got to figure out what she's doing promo wise, because not all of it hits. I'll be honest.
No, and
I like her.
I do as well. I mean, I get why people are picking on the therapy theme, in jest. If they're serious about it, You know, that's ridiculous.
Here's the thing about that.
You need a
I can see it from both.
BetterHelp subscription to hear her promos clearly. Like that's funny, you know. Like I get it, but
No, but here's the thing as well, though, and I like that she's keeping it in the conversation, but don't do it so much that like her gimmick is the therapy girl.
yes,
Because once it's a gimmick, then it's no longer supportive. Now it's just part of the show. It's
yep,
a really funny line to walk, and I think she's doing mostly okay with it. But I don't know.
it's not
It's not
great.
it's not a topic that I have a whole lot of experience with, so I don't know how to talk about it properly. But I just be careful because the people that want to shit on WWE are gonna want to say, "Oh, they took this really serious thing and now they're making a joke out of it." Well, she's not. She's as out there as a person that's done it and it's helped her or whatever. But when she threw it over to Becky Lynch and she's like, "Oh, I would rip your face off, but now I don't have to anymore." Guess what? Therapy works. Like if she's using the therapy thing to throw a barb at somebody else and now it's become a weapon in a story, you're getting into gray territory. And I'm not typically one that would nitpick them for stuff like this, but I'm just saying like you're playing with new subject matter as far as WWE goes.
Yeah,
It's not like
exactly.
what I will say about AEW when when Mox went off and he was dealing with his drinking issues and stuff like that. And they did bring it up on the show, and they did bring it up like other characters brought it up, and it was a super respectful thing. And CM Punk was out there and saying like, congratulate the fuck out of that guy type thing.
Yeah,
WWE has a history of not handling issues like this that great.
no,
And I'm not saying that she should pay for other people's mistakes. I am saying be aware of where you are and how things have been there in the past.
very true.
I as I say, I'm tap dancing around it because I think she's trying to do a really awesome thing. But
She is very well meaning.
don't kick yourself in the ass with it.
Yeah,
Um, I have no idea who's winning this because I could probably pull a story together based on anybody pinning anybody in this match.
yeah.
Do you have a particular way that you want the match to go, way that you think the match is going? I think there's a little bit more star power on the babyface side. Um, I'm hard pressed to go against any team that has Rhea Ripley on it.
Yeah.
Like Rhea Ripley's the Steve Austin of their women's division, so like we're
So
almost, and I don't mind this, but we're almost getting into Ripley wins LOL territory.
I'm coming to upset you for a third time.
Okay.
Here's what I'm thinking. My favorite NXT war games of war games in general was of course when Dakota Kai turns on Tegan
I knew what you were
Knox,
gonna
and
say. Yep.
I see the same happening again because they like to do the same stories over
Mm.
in a little bit of a different way. Not too
Okay.
different. Charlotte Flair. She's going to turn on the entire group. So, two possibilities here. She either, because you need Io in the match, she said she doesn't trust Rhea, and you don't want her to attack Alexa because they're still friends.
You're not gonna have Rhea Ripley not in this. So Charlotte
Exactly.
attacks AJ?
So if she attacks AJ, comes down to her and AJ is going to get in the match, or Charlotte goes out and she attacks her. One, I don't think that's entirely possible. What I'm thinking is Charlotte's the last one remaining and then walks out on her team being like, I told you I couldn't trust Rhea. And that's her heel turn.
Here's the thing about that. I can see that working. I can see where you would come from. Every bit of historical anything would tell you that Charlotte Flair would do something about that. Here's the thing. Outside of storyline, thinking from the WWE company's point of view, they have waited since she debuted on the main roster
Yes,
for Charlotte Flair to get anything close to a babyface reaction.
absolutely.
If it was anybody but Charlotte Flair, I'd be on board. I'd be like, yeah, of course they would do that. That makes entirely a lot of sense, blah, 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 blah right now. I think they've wanted Charlotte Flair to be this Charlotte Flair, to be received as this Charlotte. The pairing of her and Alexa Bliss,
Yes.
I don't think anybody would have called it. I don't think anybody would have called it working as well as it has. I don't think anybody would
Absolutely
have
not.
called people finally adopting Charlotte Flair. the way she did, basically like brought in under Alexa's wing, even though Charlotte's taller.
Yeah,
So how does
she
that
got the
work?
Bliss
Uh,
rehab, and it worked out wonderful.
I don't think they throw that away.
You know,
If anything, because of that, because of how much I'm convinced WWE doesn't want to throw it away, I would say, not that I want to see it, I would say it's more likely that Bliss turns. But I don't want
a
to see
lot of
that
people have
either.
said that, honestly, and that's what's making me think they go the other way with it, just
The
because
only way
so many
the
people are
only
talking about
way
Alexa turning because she's mad that Charlotte even questioned her friendship and blah blah blah. And I was like, I don't
Oh,
see
yeah.
that. So I'm just having
The
fun with
only
the
way I could
booking in
see
this one.
Oh, yeah,
I
yeah.
think you're right. I think the faces win here because I do think we're gonna get a different story in
There's
the
only
main event.
one there's only one very specific way, that we do a somebody gets taken out, storyline that I will accept or think is good, because I think you've got 10 names here that people wanna see. Like, there's no shortfall on any of these teams. Maybe there's a couple people that aren't as familiar with Lash Legend, but that's a reason to platform her more, not less. The only thing I would accept as far as a swap out or somebody goes missing or whatever, the match is about to start. People are about to make their entrances. Becky Lynch, because she hates AJ Lee so much, she's not thinking about the match itself, takes out AJ Lee in the back. AJ Lee tries to go out there, tries to, fight through it. All the GMs and all the doctors tell her, no,
Yeah.
you just got fucked up. Maybe there's even a bit of blood, whatever. You take AJ Lee out of the match. The only way I will accept this, and I'm going to stand on my pulpit here for a second, is if
Uh-oh.
the replacement is Britt Baker.
Well, shit. Yeah. I mean, that would be
Britt Baker
hell
or
of a thing
Paige,
to
but
happen.
Paige is more of a selfish pick on my part.
Yeah, Paige is certainly
Go with the old,
that would
like
be a great one too, but
one of the few mentalities that Vince McMahon ever went with. If we can't give them what we promised, give them something better.
yes.
Like the night we got AJ versus Finn out of nowhere because somebody Bray Wyatt was sick or
And
whatever.
then Finn got
Like
buried. Yeah.
Like, the only way you take somebody out, especially if it's something that you've booked, not something that came up out of nowhere, especially if it's something you're gonna book, there better be a reason.
I think you mean into somewhere. Yeah, they are likely going to have the faces win here, especially with the momentum, because Asuka and Lash will be okay with a loss if Kyrie gets pinned. Same thing
I
with
did think it was
Becky.
fantastic as well, when they had the brawl on Monday, and, like, not everything is visual and not everything's David and Goliath, but when it got down to in the ring, where it was just Nia Jackson, Lash Legend, and who hops on their back, it's AJ Lee and Alexa Bliss.
Yeah. So
AJ Lee and Alexa Bliss could be something.
they look like badasses there, 5 feet of
No, but,
fury, but
not necessarily a rivalry, but I wanna see them have a match.
oh, absolutely.
Throw
There's a
in
lot of
Tatum
things to
throw in
have to
Tatum
see with
Paxley as well.
AJ. Yeah, now you got the new
It's
creepy
okay.
sisters.
No, 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 no. Four-way therapy couch match.
Oh Jesus.
AJ Lee, Tatum Paxley, Alexa Bliss, and one of Bailey's personalities.
Yeah, the one she didn't give up
This is the other
on.
thing I wanna say, right? When they were putting all these teams together and they were sort of slotting people in who's working with who, and before they called up Lash Legend to do this new team with Nia Jax and whatever the case may be, and where maybe before, like, we decided this was gonna be the next time we saw AJ Lee. Are you surprised that Bailey and Lyra Valkyria aren't involved in this at
I
all?
thought
Because
it
I
was
am.
going to be Bailey and Lyra and Roxanne and Raquel involved. Honest as
Mm.
shit. And then I don't
I don't
know.
know. I don't know what's going on with Bailey, because 'cause they've got her doing this weird thing, but because they've got her doing this weird thing in the backstage area, she ain't wrestling that much.
No, but
And I
Charlotte
like
and
Bailey.
Alexa didn't need to be in the match. You had Lyra and Becky there. I would have used them
Mhm.
over the tag champs because now they had to lose the titles in order to get them in the match.
Yeah.
And I don't think they should have lost them yet. But regardless,
Mhm.
I think they were still on a very hot run.
I think
They
they're
were
gonna get them
having
back.
great matches, maybe, but I don't think they should have lost them yet. I don't want everybody to have super long reigns. I just want them to have a few more
No.
title defenses and get to something like a Rumble and lose it there, if that makes
You know what I
sense.
wanna see? And I know it's an NXT thing, and I don't wanna take any I don't wanna just steal everything from NXT. You've got enough ladies teams on the main roster now. Do a ladies Dusty Cup on the main roster.
Yeah.
I think they could do it. Do it for 1 year, and then, like, the following year, you can have NXT be like, "Hey, we got it back," or something like that.
Yeah.
Um,
They
but yeah,
wouldn't,
I
but
just or some kinda, like, whatever, like, like queens plural of the ring or something like that. Just
Yes.
shake it up
So
a little
I'm
bit.
going to be an asshole. I'm going to say the heels take it here just because the Charlotte will turn. I'm sticking with my original prediction, but more than likely the faces are winning.
All right, so we switch over to the men's now, where I'm an entire hypocrite because all the fucking champions are here.
Yes,
This
everybody.
is, and I think I said this last year as well. This match is the WWE throws their dick up on the table match.
Yeah.
Let me go down this for a second. All right. Braun Breaker, Bronson Reed, Logan Paul, Drew McIntyre, and Brock Lesnar taking on, I'm sorry, but CM Punk, Cody Rhodes, Roman Reigns, and the Usos. So
Yeet.
three top tier Hall of Famers and one of the best tag teams WWE has.
Yeah.
This is the same conversation that we're going to have that we had about Team Sammy on SmackDown. Three people that aren't really that connected other than not liking each other, and one cool tag team to hold it all together.
Basically.
Literally, this is the main event roster version of what they're doing on SmackDown.
Yes.
And what it becomes is the story of who gets pinned, Bronson Reed or Jimmy Uso.
Yeet.
There's no designated pin eater in the women's match, but in the men's match, it's going to be Jimmy Uso or Bronson Reed.
So a lot of people feel like, oh, the faces have to win. No, see, I think that originally I was like, oh yeah, no, but I think the faces will win in the women's match, and that means the heels are going to win here because last year, think about the match, right? It was kind of the same team, right? Because it was Cody, it was Roman, it was Punk, right? No, Cody wasn't in it. It was Punk and Roman and Jey Uso and Jimmy and Sammy, right?
I think so.
Yeah. So Punk was there though, but now they have Cody with him. Point being,
because they had those big dramatic like meetings in the restaurant with Paul Heyman and CM Punk and Roman Reigns.
That's right. So we go ahead and
they borrowed
swap
Tony
out
D's restaurant. It's fine. Don't worry about it.
He didn't mind giving him a table. So we swap Sammy for Cody. We're good to go. Point being, last year it was okay if they beat the new bloodline because they were disbanding, and that's kind of what happened. They beat the shit out of Solo at the end, and then right after that, Roman took him out and became, the tribal chief again.
The funny thing about that is you say that, but it's still the bloodline and two extra guys.
Oh, no doubt. But
here's the thing.
At least now they're MFTs. Like he got rid of it. So this year, I don't think they can get rid of the Vision. Is my point. This will end them if they lose. That's my whole point there.
I don't think the Vision is a thing without Seth Rollins. I don't think so. Obviously, Seth Rollins isn't cleared to wrestle, but do you think Seth Rollins shows up at some point, like even as a long distance distraction or something?
So
like that?
I don't think Seth Rollins is really out of the Vision. I think it's a ruse.
I think it's a ruse as well, but I
think he's still in the Vision. He's running things. He's just injured and wanted everybody to think that he was out of the group.
Yeah, but in real life terms, they have to be careful how they use him because he is real life still injured.
Yes,
I think
doubt.
What's very cool and what switched the whole dynamic for me for the babyface team is there's been rumors forever that like Jay's like not feeling it. He hasn't been as successful recently. He's getting angry. Him and Jimmy have been arguing. Is Jay going to turn heel? Is Jimmy going to turn heel because he feels like the thing? Now they've completely flipped the dynamic with one episode of Monday Night Raw because you saw the three big cheeses having a match, and it was the Usos that came up to them I'm sorry that it was in the backstage segment because this would have been cool to see live in the ring, but it was Jimmy and Jay coming up to the other three and saying like, get your fucking shit together. And I think that's so unique and important on the Go Home show because now the unity is coming from the two guys that could probably be called mid-carders and basically looking at the three biggest names in the company and saying, get your shit together. I think that switch on Monday was really pivotal.
Yeah.
I don't think they do anything too
I'm still stuck on it. And I absorb it all. And I don't know. I feel like the faces have to lose no matter what.
I think the faces have to lose, but it's despite the efforts of, I think it's going to start out as Jimmy and Jay trying to keep the other three together. And then Roman, they can't do anything too interesting with Roman because Roman's so in and out these days. And I don't say that as a dig. He's got a sweet deal. He's earned it. Let him live his life, right? But what it means is when I look at a match like this, I don't think the interesting person in the match is going to be Roman anymore, which is fine. That's an okay place to be. He can still come in every couple of months, get a huge pop, draw a huge number. These things are important, Tony. Pay attention. You have to make this like fall apart of the babyface team about CM Punk and Cody Rhodes. Because I'm sorry, you start the road to WrestleMania here, and I'm sorry, we've said it since they've both been back in the same company. If you don't have CM Punk and Cody Rhodes in the main event of night 2 of WrestleMania next year, it's promotional malpractice. It has to start here. We can't wait for a third year in a row for these two to have a teaser promo against each other the night before the Royal Rumble. They've both got titles. They can fuck with each other for a little bit before the Royal Rumble. One of them can cost the other one their title, so it's not title for title. We don't need any of that anymore. Punk can lose his title to like Braun Breaker or who gives a fuck. Punk goes in, doesn't win the Rumble because Cody fucks with him, wins the Chamber in Chicago, goes on to WrestleMania.
Yeah,
And I know
exactly.
that doesn't necessarily have anything to do with this match, but I'm sorry.
No, but all roads lead to something. Yeah.
You did the pun thing.
Ah.
All roads lead to Punk, and all punks lead to roads.
Yeah.
Right now, there's a mission. There's a momentum. You know what do they say on Twitter? Like the inspiration circle. I'm manifesting it. That's the word I'm looking for. Thank you, brain. Manifesting it. Plant the flag this Saturday. Don't make the announcement, obviously, because we haven't had the Rumble in the Chamber yet, and they're both still champions. How's that going to work? But do something. Do something in the match. Have something happen between the two of them that lets us know now. This is your main event. This is the main event, the proper main event, the night 2 main event of WrestleMania 42. The fuck you, Tony Khan. You could have had this, but you're a dumbass. Main event. CM Punk, Cody Rhodes for the WWE Championship. There is no other match.
Yeah. I'm kind of, I just have to be behind you on that one because that's really like the pinnacle of what I want to see too. I mean, they've teased it, what, 2 years running now?
They have. They both Royal Rumbles. They've had CM Punk and Cody Rhodes cut promos on each other as the closing segment. Somebody's going to correct me down in the box below. One might be off by a week or whatever. But I'm pretty sure the Friday, the night before the Royal Rumble, Cody Rhodes and CM Punk have found each other in a promo together, face to face, because Cody had the belt. And we're going to do this. And, you know, you were you, and I'm more Punk than you are. And I'm more the American dream than you ever were. And all that stuff. This is the match. And I'm sorry, I know I've already said the TK thing. Throw the AEW bullshit out the window for a second.
Yeah.
These are your two main characters. Brock Lesnar's part-time. John Cena's leaving. Roman Reigns is part-time. Jericho can come in, but he's not going to be on this level. I love Jericho, but it's a different story now. These are your guys. If this is not your main event, trust me, we're doing the Rumble. Sammy can win the Rumble. Sammy can go up against Braun Breaker on night 1. It's fine. You know, David can slew Goliath. You need to do Cody Rhodes and CM Punk.
Yes, absolutely.
Kick all the AEW shit out the window. The match needs to happen. There is no more interesting match. There's people that like Cody. There's people that hate Cody. There's people that are in the middle. There's people that hate CM Punk. There's people that love CM Punk. There's not very many people in the middle. You can get AJ in there. You can get Brandy in there. You can get all the other ex-AEW stars that are in NXT right now that they've all been Spider-Man memeing with, and we're all in a good place. And you know what the good place means? The good place means you go to the good show in the good match for the good title in the good company and tell everybody else to fuck off. I'm losing my headset. It's fine. Don't worry.
I didn't want to interrupt the flow. All right.
The best thing that can happen to Cody Rhodes and CM Punk is that Cody Rhodes and CM Punk fight each other and cost themselves this match tonight. And starting on Monday, they get in each other's face. Starting on Monday, Cody Rhodes is showing up on Raw. Punk is showing up on SmackDown. Hey, fucker, the Rumble is coming. Da-da-da-da-da. And in the meantime, the great thing about that is before they get to each other, they have to go at whoever else is coming after them. Like, I'm sure Cody's going to have another round with Drew, and Punk is probably going to get challenged by Breaker or somebody like that. And whoever they face from now on, they can't focus on because they're focused on Punk or Cody. So anytime they've got a title defense against anybody, Cody's worried about Punk. Punk's worried about Cody. Are they focused on what they're doing? Are both of their titles in jeopardy? Do these two main event WrestleMania Night 2 and no title is on the line? Because I think this match is bigger than a title, but it should be for the WWE Championship.
Yeah, it should be. It almost feels like it needs to be. I mean, yes, they can do it without the title, but for every time you could say like, oh, you don't need the title, you kind of do here. Because that's yes. Oh, the belt doesn't make the man makes the title. Yeah, okay, but the title here represents everything: control, power, statue.
But here's the thing: there's all kinds of symbolism, right? WWE is the better company. WWE is the winning company. So for the WWE Championship, let's give you the best that the WWE can offer. The pinnacle. Two guys. One guy that swore he was never going to wrestle again. One guy that said I can do something different from WWE, and they both chose to come back. They're two prodigal sons within a couple years of each other, coming back to the family, coming back home. You know, is it great to be alive on Monday Night Raw in whatever fucking city? Hey,
he's getting it over.
Whatever fucking city we're in this week. What do you want to talk about?
Yep.
Battle of pipe bombs.
It writes itself, and they've teased it.
No. Let them both talk.
Yeah.
Let them have a promo the Friday before WrestleMania where they can't even get their words out because they're so pissed off at each other. They're so ready to go. They're so ready to kill each other. And the tagline for the match is "Finish the pipe bomb."
Absolutely.
Anyways,
there's no way about it.
The heels are going to win, and it's the best thing that's going to happen in wrestling.
It's the best thing that's happening right now. But yeah, it has to lead to Cody and Punk. It really does.
They get in each other's faces, and it causes either one of them to be pinned by Logan Paul. That's just the icing on the cake.
Yeah.
Anyways, yeah, we've rambled on quite long enough for a show that only has 4 matches. Jake, why don't you tell them what's going on your side of things and where they can find you?
Yes, indeed. We'll be live for the Survivor Series War Games review. We're going to be live, so go ahead and check that out. YouTube.com/Jake DeMarco. Check us out on TikTok, Jake.CountdownEnded, where we're doing little bonus streams every now and again. So it's fun. Come hang out with us there and get a little behind the scenes action. You can find me on Twitter, Instagram, and on Rumble at CountdownEnded. So make sure you guys are subscribing, hit the like button over here on the Spaz Phoenix YouTube channel. Helps out a ton.
Next week, we'll be back to talk to you guys about not only Final Resolution, but also NXT Deadline. So you get a double shot of us next week. It's going to be a lot of fun. I'm sure there won't be any political conversations about NXTNA, but for right now, you guys know where to find me or you wouldn't be here. I've been Spaz. This has been Jake. This has been your War Games preview. Subscribe up there, talk down there, start a conversation. Keep all these conversations going. Don't be a stranger. I'll talk to each and every last one of you later. But for right now, me and Super Sexy Jake are tagging out. Bye, guys.
Can't wait for